Just for a moment, can we just pause to appreciate how beautiful the Syracuse College of Law building is? I mean, come on. I don't know why they have these bars there because I don't think they actually scan you for anything. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour. You're not going to be seeing anybody as yet because school is not yet in session. The semester has not started. I'm just here early because I needed to come down, see my apartment in person for the first time, even though I signed the lease already and paid 1 month's rent in advance. But I wanted to come down, just clean, be able to get some groceries, get my flu shot, and just get some miscellaneous stuff done so nobody else is really here. I'm not going to be going on the 3 floors. I'm just going to stay to the main area here and I'm going to go downstairs. Just a quick overview. More than likely, you'll see this again. I may take you to class with me one day. Let's see what the semester holds. But I feel grateful because I dreamt this, guys. I had a dream about it and the Lord made it a reality. And it's just an encouragement to me too, not to doubt what God shows me, honestly, because sometimes it gets so easy to doubt. It's like, yeah, that's a little out there. But yeah, we're there, you know. And the Lord is kind and faithful. So enjoy this little tour. I'm not really sure how much of it you can really digest because of how fast I'm going. But yeah, I'm trying. So the class act is really just each graduating class giving back to the university. So I'm graduating in 2022. My class would probably give like $20.22. I thought it was a good initiative and I like how they kind of, put out them thing, make it look appealing, makes you actually want to give because I want to see my name up there. So as I said, I'm downstairs now for you to have a look. You see in the locker room, you see in the advocacy commons. This is where all trial practice, all competitions take place because we want to have as close to a real courtroom feel as we can get. I won't be going into any of the rooms right now, but yeah, this is what we're looking like on campus, and I hope you like my tour. Thank you.
My bills will be paid, that's my faith talk.
Faith talk.
I'm gonna forgive, that's my faith talk.
Faith talk.
Anxiety's evicted, that's my faith talk.
Faith talk.
Depression gotta bow, that's my faith talk.
Faith
My
talk.
marriage will be whole, that's my faith talk.
Faith talk.
I'ma live pure, that's my faith talk.
Faith talk.
I'm single secure, that's my faith talk.
Faith talk. Y'all should know me by now. I'm very strategic, very calculated. The moment you hear me start talking about faith talk, you know I'm going to come with a testimony about a faith walk. So one day when I was on campus, I stumbled upon a first year oral advocacy competition and I wanted to just sit in, see what it was like, and I was so impressed and I was so inspired that I decided that one day I wanted to be a competitor.
Good evening, Chief Judge, Your Honors, opposing counsel, and may it please the court. I am Kayla Barrett, and I am here today to represent the petitioner Bravo Quick Care. This case before you is about the attempt of the respondent to allege a bare violation of a statute, devoid of any real harm, and still bring a case. There is a split in the circuit regarding this topic, but if the court is to find for the respondent today, they are opening up the ability for anyone to sue for anything that they can claim as a technical violation of a statute. Here, the court should reverse the judgment of the United States Courts of Appeals of the 14th Circuit for 2 reasons. First, that a consumer needs to suffer actual concrete harm in order to have standing to sue under the Telecom Consumer Protection Act.
Does it matter, counsel, does it matter what Congress says in enacting the statute?
Your Honor, yes it does. When Congress enacted the statute, they were concerned with the problem of curbing non-stop commercial communications.
Hold on there, counsel. Wasn't there an advertisement for get $10 off a flu shot
Yes,
included in that text? So that's commercial. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, Your Honor, but it was attached to her blood test results, and knowing that they're in a pandemic, people are likely concerned with their health. She may have been interested in getting further care from Bravo Quick Care.
But that still would bring it within the ambit of the TCPA, would it not, as a commercial, unsolicited commercial solicitation?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. Because it's attached to her blood test results, it's not unsolicited contact.
Anyway, I don't want to bore you with lawyerly stuff, but basically, it was a hypothetical case that was created just for the competition where somebody was suing a doctor's office because she did a COVID test and she wanted her test results to be either emailed to her or by phone call, and the office actually sent her a text message, and then her boss actually glanced on her cell phone and saw the text message, and I think she ended up in problems with her job, and she was just like, if you had communicated my results to me in the way that I had asked you to, then we wouldn't have been in this issue. So what you're hearing is counsel for the defense or the doctor's office saying really she doesn't have a successful claim before the court because we delivered her test results in a very secure manner. Mark you, it wasn't necessarily the phone call or the text message that she would have wanted. It wasn't the phone call or the email that she would have wanted, but a text message is pretty much secure, and that's how we communicate. We communicate that way legally, so nothing is wrong. So I was really impressed. The young lady on the right hand side of this video, she won. I thought it was a well-deserved win. I was really impressed with how fluent she was in how she delivered her arguments before the court. I liked how she was able to answer the different questions that the judges threw at her. I like the fact that she wasn't using conversation fillers. So conversation fillers, for those who don't know, is like, when you're talking and you'll be like, I do it all the time. So, and it's very, very easy to slip into that because depending on what you're talking about, sometimes words just fail you. Or if you're somebody like me, sometimes your brain will go faster than you're able to get it out your mouth. You understand? So you'll miss some things and you'll have gaps in your conversation. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're saying. You just have gap fillers. I was really impressed with her like that. So I wanted to graduate in this moment from celebrating her to being celebrated. I wanted to go from witnessing on the audience side to being witnessed, on the competitor side. And lo and behold, soon after, I found out that there was this competition called the Grossman trial competition that was open for graduate students like myself, because like I said earlier, this was a first year competition which was closed to them. Because I'm pursuing my master's, it's considered a grad program. I felt good about that. I just signed up by faith. I didn't know anyone to say, okay, this is going to be my partner. So when they found out that I was interested, they assigned me a partner who was somebody who actually did not have a partner either. So I wanted you guys to see that competition and to see how it went and everything. So stay tuned with me. So on this day in question, I actually got the fact pattern to the case that I was working on in my competition. So I went to the library to start putting my arguments together, and I was typing up some responses and stuff like that. And then I would have gone to the printer to get them printed. That way, when I have the physical copy, I'm able to handle what I'm doing a little bit better. And yeah, I think that I had a pretty good feeling about this competition. I wasn't in it to necessarily win it, but I definitely wanted to come out of my comfort zone and to do something a whole lot different and to be celebrated for the difference that I was trying to make in my own life. The first round was day before yesterday. Today I have the second round to see if we will advance to the semifinals. And then if we do advance to the semifinals and we do good at the semifinals, then we will have the finals. And then we will see if we actually win. So I wanted to show you, I'm early and I'm just coming from work, hence the hairnet and regular food services uniform. But I wanted to show you what it would be like in the courtroom. So of course y'all remember the same courtroom that we just viewed a few moments ago with the first year competition, except now this time it's empty and waiting for Dessi-Ann to come and sit behind these desks and to stand before the court, stand before people and to deliver her statement, her argument, her cross-examination, her direct examination, and it feels thrilling. Currently going. So as close to real as we can get. As I said, I just came off work, so I have a little time, and I think I'm gonna go over my case to ensure that I have it down pat. In the first rounds of this, we were the defense, which means that somebody committed a crime and somebody wanted to bring charges against them. We defended or represented the person that the charges were brought against. So I don't touch doors. What was this? As you can see, I'm breathless because I'm out of shape. Yeah, ma'am. As you can see, we entered the courtroom one way and we exited another way. This is a classroom I'll be sitting in to just review my case. It's also a classroom I have class in. Enjoy this short clip of me sanitizing. It's something I enjoy doing, and it's something I do every single day. It doesn't matter the classroom I'm in, doesn't matter the setting. I mean, even when I'm at home, my phone gets sanitized every single day. I don't wear the same slippers on the outside that I do on the inside. It's just a thing, and it's not an OCD. It's like, if you're not sanitizing and if you're not drawing boundaries with the outside world and the inside world, is like, what are you doing? That is gross. So this is what we're looking like, and yeah. And I can't get comfortable and do anything else that makes sense until it is sanitized and it is clean and it is ready for me. This is what we're looking like. And this is the case of the people against Jordan Arnold. So Jordan Arnold is the defendant. The defendant is always placed on the right side, and the prosecution or the claimant, so this will be the defendant or the respondent. So the defendant, we say defendant if it's a criminal case, and we say respondent if it's a civil case. So the people, aka the state / the prosecution / the claimant if it's a civil case. Okay. And this is his whatever. Of course, you know, this would not look like exactly like an official document since it is a school competition. But overall, this is what it would probably look like, right? And then he has to, at the end of his statement of what happened, he has to certify under the penalty of perjury. I've carefully reviewed the above report to determine whether the information contained is true and correct, and whether I had any additional info relevant to the matters therein, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing the opening statement, so we're in pairs. And my other team member is going to be doing the closing statement and the cross-examination. I'll be doing the opening statement, and I'll be doing the direct examination. So this is what I will stand before the courtroom and say or recite. Of course, you know, I can't be reading, but yeah. Now, this is a guide because when the competition starts, it's easy to, in the heat of the moment, get caught up and forget certain things and let certain things slide that would help the case. So it's just a guide to remind me. So generally, if they have evidence and I want to, handle the evidence in whatever way, whether I want to show whoever's on the witness stand, whatever, these are different things that I would do. So, Your Honor, I have what has been marked for identification as Exhibit A or B or C or D. May I show the opposing counsel and approach the witness? Lend me your pen, please. Yeah, can come over some more. All right, so guys, welcome to my channel. We have, you can tell them your name.
Sylvia, nice to meet you.
This is Sylvia. Where are you from?
Mexico.
This is Sylvia. She's from Mexico. So for this competition, we actually need witnesses in the place where witnesses should be. So we're able to ask other law students to fill that gap. So today, I'm the prosecution, as I told you earlier, and she's going to be representing, or she's going to be Officer Chris Manchego for this case. So
didn't get the chance to tell her everything about the case, and I'm going to use this opportunity to tell you too. So here we are. We have two different communities. We have the East Coast and we have the West Coast, and then we have gangs that are dominating both.
Okay.
So over here we have the slicers. Your pen doesn't like me. I think yeah.
I have
It came back. It's back to life.
okay. I also have this one.
Thank you. So we have the slicers, which is this gang that's dominating the east side, and then we have the peelers, which is the gang that's dominating the west side. Right? So in this case, the prosecution is saying, so the defendant is being charged for assault in the first and the second degree. So we are saying that because the defendant wanted to be initiated into the slicers gang, they crossed over into the peeler territory to attend a pizza shop, right?
Okay.
So they went to a pizza shop that's in the peeler's territory, and the defendant picked a fight with somebody who he thought was also in the peelers gang, to prove that, hey, I'm tough and I deserve a spot in my gang, the slicers. And in, that altercation, that fight, he stabbed the victim and left him on the street to die.
To die?
Yeah, basically. Somebody yelled, "The cops are coming!" and they ran. So he just left him there bleeding.
And you're only charging him for first and second degree assault?
Yeah, that's the case that we got.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the defense is saying, no, he didn't know anything about the group being a gang. What had happened was he testified. So the persons in the gang are his friends, two of them, and he testified against those persons in an unrelated case. And as a result, they're saying, we're gonna get back at him. So let's invite him to the Pizza Hut that's in Peeler's territory. We're gonna incite or instigate something, and then we're gonna run away, leave him to take the fall. That's what they're saying. The twist is the Pizza Hut pizza shop is owned and operated by the defendant's uncle. Yeah. And so the defendant's uncle, or the pizza shop owner and operator who was there at the time of the incident, he's saying, my nephew always comes here every single day after work for the last 2 years. So he's a good kid. I don't believe that he would have intentionally been involved in something like that. He was set up, right? And he got caught in the crossfire. That's what he's saying. In the slicers, we have you, an undercover police officer who went through the initiation process because this is what you do and you want to take the gang members down. You were one of the two that he testified against. So we were the defense. Now tonight we're going to be the prosecution. This is your deposition. This was your account of what happened. And this is what the defense will use to say, he's not credible. This police officer is not credible, because Internal Affairs Division is saying that they placed you on administrative leave because they believe that you are now fully committed to the group and that you have infiltrated and have begun identifying as a member of the Slicers rather than as a member of the Clementine Police Department. But we plan to argue that you've been doing this for a number of years. And over the years, you've had 5 investigations, so you've basically been assigned to 5 different gangs, right? And because of your infiltration of those gangs, it's led to approximately 60 arrests, 22 convictions. So we plan to argue that, hey, administrative leave and reviewing you and everything that you've done is part of the whole process. Once, quote unquote, an officer is extrapolated from a mission, we have to review to make sure that, everything is okay. So, yeah. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, so you can read your deposition so you can know what you think. They're gonna ask that.
Okay, so the defendant testified against me before the incident.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're now here and we're ready for night number 2. Let me just give you just a little bit of what's going on behind me as we prepare. There's some other teams here. I think there are about 4 to 5 different teams that are going to be going tonight. So it helps to quicken the elimination process, I guess, to see who moves on to semifinals and then who moves on to the finals. It's just moments before we actually go in. We're meeting with opposing counsel and we're stipulating to things so that we can have a smooth process and everything. They were really going over. I was pretty calm. I mean, on the inside, I was a little bit nervous, but at some point in time, I have to just step out and say, Father God, I'm my father, And I'm bold as a lion, so that's all I was doing on vlogging. So we're almost ready, and we're preparing. Here's my partner once more. Can I? Okay, opposing counsels. We'll see you in the courtroom. See you in the courtroom. All right. This is the game face. This is our witness. She is practicing. Put your best foot forward. Everybody, this is how it goes. Woo. Herein lies the manifestation of my faith talk. And of course, that vacant chair is mine, waiting to be filled by me, and I'm running to go do that. I'll keep you updated with the competition. Thanks for watching.